Shanta, hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching The Fragrant Flower Bloomed with Dignity, episode 6. The last episode, we had the falling out with the friends at first, but it seems like it's probably headed in the right direction. Like, the friends kind of talk, like Natsusawa pretty much explained to the other friends at least that it wasn't because he's interacting with a girl from Kikyo, it was because he didn't tell them and he feels like, rejected. Like he wants to be there to help and stuff and to know things. So anyway, I'm sure they can figure that out. Rintaro still feels or probably thinks that it's because it's Kikyo and whatever, and he probably feels guilty about it, about like, shutting them out, which is kind of the main issue. But he's used to that. And I think he doesn't realize that, definitely that Natsusawa, like, feels bad himself, Anyway, they need to talk about things. And then we also had some interactions, which were great with the mother and obviously with Kaoruko, which were so sweet. And then we ended the episode with Kaoruko and Subaru talking in the playground. And Subaru was probably telling her everything. I mean, it was made clear that she's telling her what she talked to Rintaro about. So that's good, because that's what I wanted to happen. And now I want to see Kaoruko's reaction. So let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for full reactions. Subscribe. Let's go. And we'll see everything. Hopefully. That's Kaoruko. Okay, she's extremely sensitive, which I get. You're holding the hero figure that the kid had. Oh wow, what the hell? That was a pretty ominous start, I feel like. I don't know if it's just Subaru feeling that, because she thought when she was talking to Rintaro that, Karuko might hate her and stuff like that. I don't know if it's just her overly criticizing herself, or if I don't really see Karuko being actually angry with her. I want them to all be friends. That scene in the train, I was just like, I crave it. And they're all talking with each other and hanging out with each other. But yeah, but tell her why you did that. Yeah, she thinks she's going to be angry with her. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see it happening. Okay. Yeah, Subaru is looking out for her like she's always done, I guess. Yeah, it's the exact same reaction. Because she understands your motives. Okay, maybe part of it, maybe not all of it. Maybe part of it is jealousy or something, but that's also understandable. Yeah, he's not that kind of person. He wouldn't. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Not really. Getting rid of guilt is why you do some things, sure. Yeah, she has really deep-seated hatred for herself. Yeah, girl, I can definitely see that. How can you say that? You were looking out for her. I mean, she has a really distorted view of herself. I mean, it's impressive that you have such arm muscles to be able to do this. Yeah, she was thinking about that. She's extremely empathetic. Objectively not true. Yeah, you need to like get her out of her mind. Subaru is definitely like very kind of you know, locked up in her own thoughts. Which I get. She needs to someone to snap her out of it, and that's what Kaoruko does. Yeah, that's the kind of girl she is. That's amazing. You tell her. Damn. Standing for what she believes in. Yeah. Okay, what's that? Hug her? Yes. Thank you, do that. I think you should have, but that's fine. I mean, it's important to realize that. Do you like him? Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Oh, that was a really beautiful friendship moment. Like this entire sequence. He can't. She's blushing. It takes a lot of work. Because you grew up with these beliefs about yourself, you need someone else to tell you. Yeah. Nice. Have it blow away. That's a great goal to have. Yeah, she's definitely still in the stage that she needs this, like, support. It's extremely important to her. Like, to be told that, like, to get out of her own head. Is it Rintaro? What time is it? Ooh. Let's go. Good job, dude. Okay. Oh. I realized so badly I hate phones. Yeah, what are you going to say? Okay, we're gonna have this conversation right now. Okay. So he obviously doesn't know that she talked to Kaoruko.
制服のままだしさ。
ああ、いいのよ。気遣ってくれてありがとう。
どうすれば和栗さんに会うことを許してくれます
To allow me. Wow, okay. I mean, yeah, I get what he's trying to say.
カオルコのお母さんじゃない。
いや、そういうことじゃ。和栗さんに会いたいって思った。けど、和栗さんに迷惑がかかるのは耐えられない。だから、星名さんに聞きたいんだ。俺は
He's ticking all the right
迷
boxes.
惑をかけずに和栗さんに会えますか。
あれは私が勝手に会うなって言っただけよ。そして
No, you were.
あなたはちゃんと答えを出したじゃ
I
ない
mean, maybe partly, but definitely not only
で
selfish.
きない。
ムカついたりしないの。
しないよ。
You explained yourself. You said you didn't think he was a bad
星
person.
名さんは和栗さんが大切なんでしょ。あんなに誰かを大切に思えるなんて
Yeah,
す
that
ごいなって尊敬した。それに優しい人だなって思ったよ。和栗さんが大切にしている人を無視するのは
that's so sweet.
俺にはできない。
You're such a sweet person.
だからお願いします。
あなたが好きになった人は底抜けのお人よしだわ。
Oh, you can recognize it in someone else, can you?
ほんとバカだわ。私カフェでのこと全部カオルコに話した
Good.
の。
He needs to know that.
全部ってどこまで。まさか俺の答えも。
Yeah.
つむぎくん
Yeah. Oops.
学校のなんかそういうところなら会っても大丈夫だと思うわ。それだ
Fair
け
enough.
気をつけ
It's
て。
kind of funny when they're going to see each other and not talk to each other.
星野さん。
But
この前のお兄ちゃんと同じ。
oh, hello. Such a good kid. Yeah, you have a knack for causing trouble.
二
Good.
人ともこの前も一緒だったよね。
You're lucky you're so
仲
cute.
良しだね。
Oh, they are the bestest of friends.
友達って呼ぶには程遠いわね。
そうっす。
Yeah. But both of you care about the same person.
自
You're
分
going
のこと
to
好きになれる日が来たら私と
interact more, probably.
友達になってくれる。
Go, girl! That's so sweet.
どうしたのいきなり。俺千鳥だよ。
知ってるわよ。
Yeah, we've covered
星
that.
野さん。何かあった。
Kiss a
Nice.
lot. Did. Is that the end? Is that the end? Oh, we didn't get anything with his friends. It was a great episode. But I just want to see what happens to his friends. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's... Okay, fine. That was really, really sweet, though. Really sweet. We just like really focused on Subaru's arc, the mini arc of just even coming to realize that, oh, like I hate myself and I need to stop doing that. I need to start loving myself. I mean, it's really hard work, especially when you have like these thoughts in your head that just tell you that everything you do is selfish and horrible, and that, you know, that people are just putting up with you. I mean, it makes sense if she was bullied at a very young age, and also don't know exactly what her situation is like with her family, that you would just carry over these feelings and thoughts that you're just like not good enough and you don't deserve anything and everything you do is like questionable and selfish and everything like that. I mean, it's very hard. I mean, the first step is to realize these thoughts and to have someone tell you, you know, that's not true. What you're saying about yourself is not true. You know, it's very important as like the first trigger, I guess, to just be like, okay, wait, maybe I can, like, it's very hard because you have your own thoughts and you're used to believing your own thoughts, but then having someone else tell you, someone that you trust and, you know, and appreciate, tell you they see things differently. It's going to be an ongoing battle, but it's like this sliver of something else. It's like kind of entering the dark recesses of your mind, I guess, where everything is kind of like your automatic thought process is like, oh, I'm bad and everything I do is horrible. And all I do is cry or do selfish things and I'm a coward and everything, which is like, you know, you look at the things that she does and you're like, how is this even selfish if you're looking out for your friend? I would even understand if there were like elements there of like, oh, I don't want my friends to be, you know, taken away from me or something. But there didn't seem to be any of that in there, at least as far as we saw, even from her point of view. So she was just thinking it was selfish because God knows why, honestly. Like, I mean, her ultimate goal was to protect Kaoruko. And she made that very clear to Rintaro too. So like no one thought she was selfish, and she just thought that because I guess she's used to thinking these kinds of things about herself. Like she sees things from a very specific point of view where everything was kind of bad, you know, when it came to her. Like she was comparing herself to Kaoruko and was like, oh, she's so brave and she stands up for what she believes in, and she's so bright, and I can never, and I'm just like a stain, you know, in her vicinity or something that she puts up with. So while editing, I looked the episode over, obviously, and I think I had like this kind of realization of possibly what kind of thought process Subaru had. It wasn't that she was thinking she was selfish just because she believed that she was selfish, so that's it. I think it was more like she saw Kaoruko as such a bright person who was not afraid to do the things that she wanted to do, that she believed in, that, you know, even not just believing, like, you know, she would go on adventures, she would climb the monkey bars, even though it's like dangerous. She would meet up with a Chidori guy, even though it's dangerous. And Subaru, being a coward, as she saw herself, was like always looking out for her and always being the one to tell her like, stop, don't do that. Like, you know, I'm so afraid for you. And she saw herself as like this dampening, you know, effect. Because every time Kaoruko would try to do something brave and new and exciting, she would be the one holding her back and being afraid for her. She saw her own need to protect Kaoruko as selfish inherently, because it would always stand against what Kaoruko wanted, or that's the way that she saw it. So in some way, she never gave space to her own needs, to her own fears. You know, she would always act on them and feel guilty afterwards. And that is the fundamental thing that changes even a little in this episode. She's allowed to give space to this protective side of her. Like she couldn't understand anything about her was like good, and she needed Kaoruko to just tell her, no, I'm not like just putting up with you. You're my best friend and you were there, and you know, you care for me, and I appreciate it so much. Like you're so kind. Like she really needed someone to just tell her that. And yeah, it's going to be a work in progress. It's going to be hard, but it's like, I mean, she's very optimistic already. Like she's had this like realization. You needed to have that talk, and she needed to hear her friend tell her, you know, no, you're my best friend. Thank you so much for like, you're looking out for me, and thank you so much for that. To just like entertain the idea of like, okay, maybe the person that Kaoruko sees in me is actually real. Like I don't believe it quite yet. I need to learn to love her, learn to see myself as her. But, you know, but she's looking forward to that. I mean, she's even making plans of like, okay, when I like myself, Rintaro, can we be friends? Which is really great. Like it just shows so much progress already. Like just looking forward to something. But I do think like saying, oh, when I like myself, I don't think it's like obviously not a linear process, but also not like, you're gonna wake up one day and be like, okay, I like myself today, and then the day after you could hate yourself again. Like I think it's like, you know, it goes up and down. Like there's no time where you're only going to love yourself. But maybe, you know, during the bad days, you will be able to remind yourself that no, actually, you know, I do like that person. Maybe I'm having a hard time with it right now. I'm like forgetting or something, but, you know, as a baseline to kind of, you know, move the pull up from like just automatically hating yourself to, okay, usually, you know, I'm starting to like myself more and more. And like maybe sometimes, you know, I have a hard time with myself. I have these horrible thoughts. I do things that I'm not proud of or something. But like you fall not as far down as you used to. Anyway, but she definitely seemed very optimistic. You know, everything was kind of bright. I liked the, you know, the coloring in those scenes, or like they were actually like they had like green highlights, like everything was so sunny and so you know, green from like just verdant, I guess. And it was a really sweet scene. Like, first of all, the scene, like the entire scene between Kaoruko and Subaru, just Subaru just like being made to realize that she needed to change her mindset, that she wasn't a horrible person, and Kaoruko didn't think that about her at all. And then the scene with like Rintaro, you know, like Rintaro, first of all, like he didn't even think, it seems like from his thoughts that we saw, he didn't even think, like it was so obvious to him, I guess, that he wouldn't tell Kaoruko anything about that. It didn't even cross his mind until it was like, okay, maybe I should talk to her about this. But then, you know, probably Subaru doesn't want me to tell Kaoruko, so I need to talk to her first and to make all this right. And I mean, it was so sweet that, you know, he came around to basically say, like, it matters to me what you think, you know, because I understand that you really care about her and you're an important person for her. So, I mean, it's not like them getting to know each other. Like, he made it clear that it's not just, oh, you know, I don't really care about anything. I like being with her. So, you know, that's what I'm focusing on. It's like, I like being with her. And that means that, you know, the people who are important to her obviously have to be, like, I have to somehow, like I want to integrate that. Like, I want to know that her friend who cares about her, like, is not completely opposed to this. Like, it was important to him for her to understand that he cared about what she thought and he cared about how she felt. And he gave, like, you know, legitimacy to everything that she said that she thought was, like, so selfish, which, I mean, not really. So that was really, like, you know, so wholesome, so welcoming from him to, like, the issue wasn't even Kaoruko exactly at that point. It was like, but do you, like, he put her in the center, like, super, like, I'm talking to you, and it's about what you think, what you feel that is important to me, you know? And that was beautiful. That was, like, you know, this kind of a climax for Subaru to realize, like, not only my friend who, you know, who has been with me all this time, like, tells me that she loves me, it's like this person who should, by my beliefs, should be angry with me, cares, like, sees enough in me that he cares what I have to say, that he cares about what I care about, you know? And that was really, like, it was beautiful. Just the entire episode, just, like, you know, seeing her from the moment which she broke down crying, thinking that she was horrible and everything about her was horrible, to the point where she's, you know, she's able to tell Rintaro, like, let's be friends one day. It was really sweet. So that was a great episode. I mean, I love that we're taking our time with every single thing. Kind of, it feels like, okay, we're having, like, this entire episode dedicated to Subaru, what she feels, and it's really important. And I guess maybe next episode we'll focus on the friend. I mean, I'm just like the scene on the train. I just want the scene on the train, but we'll get there. I don't want to rush it. I'm just excited. Okay, anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Red in Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, Shadows Moon, Marsh, and Stone Tree. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.